Hi everyone, we're Fred and John, the corporate breakout couple. In our last video, we shared about 8 sources of income that helped us to break out of the corporate rat race and got us financially free by 2020. In today's video, we're going to share about how our financial freedom plan got halved from 10 years to 5 years.
And more importantly, it's all about the starting point of the entire journey. Every starting journey is crucial to every success story, so stay tuned for this story.
Before that, do hit the like button, subscribe to join our YouTube family, and let's begin. Just like any plan, it requires a vision and a goal broken down into the starting point, the midpoint, and the end point with a proper set of timelines and steps. Let's focus on the starting part of our financial freedom journey, which is crucial, and the starting steps are the hardest to establish. Just a recap from our last video, Fred and I were in the corporate world for 15 and 17 years respectively, and we had this plan in 2016 to get out of the rat race and to be retired in Penang by 2025. To be perfectly honest, I didn't know in 2016 how my early retired life would look like. But what I had then was, I know I didn't want to stay in the traditional career path until I was 65. So that much about breaking out of the rat race was all the anchor point that I needed, the reason I needed to continue executing the plan that I set out to do. What I do know is that if I do not venture out of my comfort zone, take risks and try something different, I will never break out of the corporate rat race. It was also then I spent about 10,000 Sing dollars on personal development courses that helped me develop my self-awareness, get clear on my goals, and got clear about what I really want in life. The important part of this starting journey that I'd like to highlight to you is the willingness to be open-minded to learn from other people and also to pick up courses, and the executional part, which is very important, the continuous action taken, because that helped us to set the precedence, to have the momentum to keep going towards our goal. We started our hawker business in 2018, and we took 2 years starting from 2016 to plan for it, to do the R&D and the necessary prep work. Simultaneously, let me share my part of the journey, began to embark on certain new skills like forex trading and about real estate, which I took courses on. Another big thing that I've learned is perseverance. Persevering through tough times, having the conviction to stay true to my goals, and having the discipline and consistency to keep going really helped me achieve my goal. Looking back at my starting point, I'm really grateful for all the learning lessons that I've gained, especially from my failures. Some of the lessons that I've learned are to have courage to step out into the unknown, to have courage to step out of my comfort zone so that I can push myself out to learn something new instead of just staying in the same old place.
As for me, in 2016, I was doing well in my corporate career. I was a part shareholder in a training company, and I actually loved what I do. I was drawing a fixed salary in that company, and I knew that to hit our long-term goal in 2025, I needed to build a bigger nest egg. So therefore, what I did was, I actually left the job that I love in order to move into a sales role with a fixed as well as a commission-based job. Oftentimes, short-term sacrifices can lead to long-term benefits. So in addition to the sales job that I now have, I also took on my coaching certification so that I know that this skill set would serve me for the long run. My weekends were also spent R&Ding for the hawker stall that was going to be open in 2018, coming out with the perfect nasi lemak recipe, the perfect mee goreng recipe, and doing a lot of taste tests. And that all happened in 2016. So that was a very, very busy year for myself and of course for John as well. And that was the year that we got married. So can you imagine doing all of that on top of preparing for our wedding? When John and I started a hawker business in 2018, our intention was not to be hawkers forever. Remember, our goal was to retire in 2025 in Penang. So the hawker business was actually built for it to be able to grow into a food empire, and then we can receive passive income from there. Of course, as you all know the story, unfortunately, that did not happen. The hawker business failed. You see guys, you need to know when a game isn't worth playing anymore. And for us, how we knew the hawker stall wasn't a game worth playing was when it cannot even generate enough income for the two of us to sustain on. After we closed the stall, a lot of people said, oh, what a pity, 2 years of your hard work go down the drain just like that. But for us, we were perfectly fine with it because we knew that this wasn't our end goal. It was just a vehicle for it to help us towards our end goal. And if that vehicle isn't working anymore, then it's not a game worth playing and we switch vehicles. The hawker stall journey wasn't a total loss though. Yes, we put in our blood, sweat and all of our time into the business, but boy did we take valuable lessons from it. The biggest lesson that we learned is that we never ever want to exchange our time for money ever again. Allow me to explain this. Having a brick and mortar store basically means that all your time, almost 24/7, is dedicated to the stall. We were there 6 days a week, almost 12 to 14 hours a day, and our one remaining day off, which is our off day, is not really an off day because we use that time to spend running errands, going to the bank, buying more supplies. We understood how valuable time was, especially during the lull hours of the hawker stall, let's say from 2 to 5 p.m, where no one was around to buy our food, but yet we were stuck there manning the stall and we cannot do anything about it. We couldn't walk away from the stall. We couldn't just shut the stall down, right? And we couldn't even start a side venture, for example. We just literally had to be at the stall, wasting time. Lesson number 2 was really looking at our expenses and really knowing how to manage our expenses down to the very last cent. Running and looking at the business expenses also translated into our personal expenses, and we got very good at calculating and keeping track of all the expenses, business and personal. We knew where every cent went in both business and personal, and we also got very good at streamlining our lifestyle. Let me explain. With almost all our time going into the business, we had no time to ourselves, which also meant that we had no time to spend money. At the end of the day, what's the point of having money when you don't even have the time to spend it? All we wanted to do was spend time with our family, with our dog, with our friends, and we don't even have that luxury. So time became a very precious asset to us. Another important lesson is couple alignment. Because John and I, we both quit our jobs, right? And we also went into business together. So having the same vision, the same goal is very important, especially when things go south, when we are arguing. We have this vision and goal to ground us back.
I would also like to share that before we have any form of alignment between the two of us, individually, we should have our own personal goal that we are clear on. For example, the financial freedom goal by 2025. If that goal only belonged to one of us, then there's a good chance that it might not materialize because usually when two people are not coming together, it's very hard to move the whole thing along. Therefore, in our case, friend needs to want it, I need to want it, and then we can come together and combining our strengths and weaknesses and how we can harness each other's strength to move forward concurrently.
And create a couple goal.
That's right. We hope today's video has given you a great insight to how important the starting steps are to any important goal. Again, as we have mentioned multiple times, the most important thing is to just start. And then you adjust your aim along the way, and then you keep firing and keep firing and keep firing, and that's how you learn best. We hope we have given you some ammunition to get you started on your journey. Fred and I really hope that some of you, if not all of you, can come join us on this early retirement journey where we can come together and create and really impact the world together. With that, thank you so much for your time. Do hit the like button, subscribe and join our YouTube family, and see you in our next video.
Do you know we have an awesome community of like-minded people who want to win in life called the Breakout community? Click on the link below to find out more and join. See you there!